Hey everyone, it's Hannah. So today this video is going to be all about my nose piercing. So it's going to be experience, everything like that, everything about it. Someone asked me to do this video in the comments of the piercing video when I went and got it done, the vlog. And so I thought it would be good to do a video where I do all the information about it, my experience of having it done, everything like that, because I know before I got my nose pierced I was looking at videos about experience and all that. So let's get stuck in. So I did write some notes about it to make it a bit easier so I remember everything. So yeah, I've been thinking about getting my nose pierced for years, since like, I don't know, I was really young, about 11, and I saw Justine with it on Tracy Beaker, and she had like a nose stud, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I was like, I really want to get my nose pierced. So that was like when I was really young, like 10, 11 or something like that. But then when I grew up I really wanted my septum done, and I argued about that with my parents for a bit. But we finally all settled on those. Like, they didn't care anymore about piercings, they just really didn't like the septum piercing, and I didn't want to upset them, and I did decide this one was best in the end because I had some fake septum hoops and I was trying them in my nose and it didn't really suit me, so I stuck with a nostril piercing. I got the right side of my nose pierced. I just feel like that's best for me. It's different for everyone, but I just preferred this side. I was looking at lots of pictures of celebrities, Katy Perry, Perry from Little Mix, just people like that, and a lot of them had their right side pierced, which made me stick with that. So I went, I think it was nearly 3 weeks ago, to get my nose pierced. So this is the nose piercing close up. No redness around it anymore. I did cover it with a bit of concealer if there's any redness. So yeah, I went for a silver stud. She didn't pierce it with a hoop to start with, so I just decided on silver stud. That's usually what people go for, she said, and I think that's really nice, just small and subtle. So I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, because I'm so happy with it. I think it looks really nice, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I went to Titanic Piercings and Tattoos, I think that's the name of it. I know they've got a few of them around. They always do 2 for 1. So I actually got my nose pierced and my helix pierced for 20 quid. So I guess it was like £10 for my nose piercing if you want to do it that way. That's really cheap, really good. I know it depends where you go, but usually in England it's very cheap. I know in America they're like, it was like $50, and I'm like, that sounds like a lot for a piercing. But yeah, so here they're really cheap. I'd say they depend between like £15 and £30 depending on where you go. I really like this piercers. I'd been there before to get my I forgot what this is called, not tragus, dive piercing, that's it. So I went to get that done before. Really good, the woman was really nice, easy, just sorted. So I decided to go there. It was the night before. I was lying in bed and I was just like, I should get my nose pierced. Like, I don't know, it was like a spur of the moment thing. Like, I decided on the spot that I was going to get my nostril pierced. Told my mum about it in the morning, and I was feeling a bit low that day, and she was like, do you want to go get it done? And I was like, okay, she's offering, let her take me. So we went to Titanic. They're really lovely in there. Told the woman what I wanted. She gave me some paperwork to fill out about my medical record, like, you know, like if you have high blood pressure, if you're prone to passing out and stuff like that, you had to sign it and everything. And then she took me through to the room. My mum wasn't allowed to come with me because the room was quite small, but I didn't mind because I had piercings before, and I wasn't frightened. Also, another lady came in because she was being trained on how to do it. Obviously she was like shadowing. First of all, she asked me if I was going to wear a hoop, because if I was going to wear a hoop with it, she would have to put it slightly lower, otherwise you would have a really big hoop hanging from your nose. And I said yes, I was going to get a hoop eventually. Like, I would like that option open. So she marked it slightly lower, and then I checked it in the mirror. She checked that everything was good, and I was happy with the placing. And then she got the pliers, put it on my nose, and you can see videos of this on YouTube. And then she got the needle, she was talking the woman through it, so I was getting like a personal tutorial at the same time. And then she just put it through. I did hear a slight crunch, nothing to like be afraid of. And it was through. My right eye watered, but that was it. Like, it wasn't even enough to make it drip. It was so painless. It felt like a bruise, really. It wasn't like a sharp pain, it was like discomfort. I do have a high pain tolerance though, so like imagine someone's like pressing on a bruise. That's what it felt like to me. Like that's the only way I could describe it. And then she put the jewellery through. That's always the worst bit for me about piercings. I don't like that bit at all. But that was actually okay. I didn't mind it at all. Yeah, I was definitely expecting the piercing to be a lot worse. I was expecting it to just hurt and just be awful and my eyes were draining everywhere, but it was not. It was the easiest piercing. So I would say I also had my helix pierced after that. I thought, get the nose out the way, then I'll do helix, because I've had helix done before and it's not a big deal to me. But she pierced it through, because I had it done before, my helix, and it was wonky. So I went to this piercer's before and she pierced it skew width. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know if she was new, but I realised over time it wasn't healing and it was just like it was really uncomfortable. I had it done for about 3 years, skew width. So that definitely hurt a lot more than my nose piercing, but I think that's because it went through the like scar tissue, so that's possibly why. After that she gave me a sheet on how to clean it and how long it would take to heal. She said it would take 6 weeks to heal for both helix and nose piercing, which is generally what they say. But obviously it depends on the person. Like some people heal a lot quicker, some people take ages to heal. I feel like I do take a while to heal with piercings, so it might be a bit longer for me. So now on to cleaning it. So they say clean it with either like actual nose piercing cleaning solution, or they say clean it with hot water with salt in it, like boiling water. And that's what I do for a lot of my piercings. Until the woman, I never knew this before, the woman in the shop said that I could clean it with like regular contact lens solution, as long as it's got no alcohol in it. And I don't know why any eye thing would have alcohol in it, but I suppose they do. I never knew that before, and I wear contact lenses, so it's just a lot easier for me in the mornings when I put my lenses in to just put a little pot of solution out and just clean my piercings. I really recommend that. That's been keeping them really clean, just contact lens solution. I get a cotton bud and I dip it in contact lens solution, and then I just clean around the outside, make sure it's all off the bar, like pull it out slightly and then just clean it all off. And I also clean inside the piercing. And then I do try and do salt water wash, like boiling hot water, a bit of sea salt, make it as hot as possible that you can stand. So don't burn yourself, but make sure it's quite hot, because that will get rid of any bacteria or any nastiness. So I do try and do that once a week as well. But the contact lens solution works really well, and I do that twice a day. I think people are very dramatic about getting a nose piercing, because I read online before and they were like, you're never going to be able to blow your nose the same again, you're never going to be able to do this, that, it hurts so bad, your eyes water, you yank it out. And I've not had any problems with it. This has been the easiest piercing I've ever got. I feel like it's already healed. When I touch it though, it does feel a bit bruised. It's healing really quickly. I thought it would just like affect my sense, I know this is a really weird question. I thought it would affect my sense of smell, but it doesn't. Like, it's not in a way I smell like a normal person. No, this is really gross. I thought I'd smell it because, you know, it gets gunky and that, but no, it doesn't smell. I keep it clean, so I can't smell it. Also, it doesn't affect the way I sleep. I don't know anyone that sleeps on their nose, so no, it's really comfortable to sleep. Another thing, I can't see it. I thought I'd be able to see it, but I can't see it, and it just feels like it's been there all the time. Like, it's so small, it doesn't get in the way. I don't know what happens when you wear a hoop. You might see it, I don't know. So I still blow my nose the same, it's no different. I just need to be a bit careful because yesterday I was blowing my nose and I don't know if I like cleaned inside and I sort of like twisted it out and it did fall out halfway, and then I had to try and get it back in again, but I couldn't get it in because I was in a rush and I had to go to work in like 10 minutes. But I tried pushing it in and it actually went into the cartilage bit, so just be careful about that. I did have to do it like from the inside out, so I was wearing like the screw bit on the outside. So yeah, people were probably like, interesting fashion choice, okay, but then again they probably didn't think anything because it's me, so they're probably like, there goes Hannah. Also, you need to, if you wear makeup, you need to be careful not to catch it when like removing your foundation, because I use cotton pad to remove my makeup and cleanser and get the cotton pad like and yank it by accident, so you just need to be really careful around that area by like, I usually like fold it in half and go around and then just clean the rest off when I'm cleaning my nose with solution stuff. Also, don't clean it too often, as that will stop the healing process, like slow it down. So try not to clean it too often. Twice a day is usually what they recommend. The last thing, it can get keloids on it. I haven't had one yet. I've had keloids on all my other piercings, but not the nose yet. So keloids are like little lumps of skin, like scar tissue type thing. Usually I use really boiling water, like I say, and salt, sea salt, and then I just hold it on there as hot as I can stand, and that usually helps. It usually goes down really quick. But I was talking to the piercer about it. She said use crushed up aspirin and a bit of water to make like a paste, and then just put it on the piercing overnight and then wash it off in the morning. It does crisp off, so she said you can put a plaster on top of it, and that does really help, because I was having problems with this one because I tried to change it too quick and it's quite swollen, and I've been doing aspirin on it and it's really going down and really helping. So I really recommend doing that. So that's the end of the video, guys. I really hope this was helpful to you, some use if you're looking to get a nose piercing. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos from me. Also like the video if you enjoyed. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!